Have you ever noticed how loud life has become? Not just outside, but inside. Your phone vibrates, your mind races, your heart feel pulled in too many directions at once. And somehow, in all that noise, you are expected to make clear decisions about your life. This is Security Podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ikojo, and today we are talking about clarity in a noisy world. Because confusion is no longer accidental, it is the environment we are living in. There was a time I thought confusion meant I was failing, that if I couldn't hear God clearly or feel confident about my next step, something must be wrong with me. But one thing I have learned ever since, sometimes you are not confused, you are just overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with too many voices, too many options, too many opinions, and too many expectations. And clarity doesn't disappear because you are weak. It disappears because everything is competing for your attention. We live in a world that rewards noise, loud opinion, fast reaction, constant updates popping up on social medias or perhaps from friends, and the quiet voices, the one that matter most, often get drowned out. Your value, your intuition, your sense of direction, and most times even God's voice, not because He stopped speaking, but because you stop listening. Across Africa, Europe, America, the stories sound different, but they all feel the same. In Africa, many people are pressured to figure life out quickly, to succeed early, to carry responsibility before clarity even have time to form. In Europe, life is very structured and fast, but many people feel disconnected inside. In America, options are endless, but so is distraction. Different places, same struggle. People are busy but not centered, connected but not clear. Let me say this gently. Clarity doesn't come from doing more, it comes from filtering better. Not every opportunity belongs to you. Not every opinion deserves weight in your heart. Not every moment needs a response. Sometimes clarity begins with a pause. The Bible says, they that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength. I read the story of David in is either in 2 Samuel or 1 Samuel chapter number 30, after David and his army went to fight the Philistine. And the Bible says that after David came back from that particular battle, all their treasure, all they have spent and worked for years, their children, their wife, and everything they care about was taken away. But in the midst of that challenge, in the midst of that struggle, David learned not to panic. The Bible says, and then David inquired of the Lord. He said, Lord, now that this thing has happened, shall I pursue? Shall I overtake? And just in case I pursue, just in case I decide to go after these people, will I recover all? And then the Bible says God responded to him. He said, my son David, pursue, overtake, and recover all. And that was the beginning of David's victory. Here is something I learned from that story and have changed my life. I stopped asking, what should I do next? And I started asking, what is distracting me right now? Because clarity is often less about adding something and more about removing something. Removing noise, removing pressure, removing voices that don't align with who you are becoming. Think of your mind like a room. If too many people are talking at once, you can't hear the one person you came to meet. Silence isn't empty. Silence is selective. And when you choose silence, you make space for clarity to return. So let me give you something that is practical, something that is not complicated, something that you can do. This week, I want you to try this. Create one moment each day, maybe 10 minutes, depending on how busy, on how your schedule is. In that 10 minutes, no phone, no music, no scrolling. Just sit down and ask yourself one honest question. What do I already know but keep ignoring? When you ask yourself that question, don't force an answer. Just listen to your heart. Clarity often arrives softly. If you are feeling lost right now, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not forsaken. You are not failing. Don't allow anybody pressure you. You may just be overstimulated, and the solution is not in your panicking. It is in your presence. It is in you being available for yourself. And before we end this podcast, I want this to remain a conversation. So instead of just logging off quickly or quietly, I want you to engage in the comment section. In the comment section, tell me the loudest noise in your life right now. Is it pressure? Is it people? Fear? Expectation? I want us to talk about it. This is episode 2 of the Seek Clarity podcast. If this episode helped you breathe a little easier, I want you to share it with someone who needs peace. Follow, subscribe wherever you are listening. And until next time, slow down, listen deeply, and keep seeking clarity. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.